Okay, our next step is to install the head onto the engine. I dressed those cam followers, like I said, dropped them in there. I threw a whole bunch of oil down in that case too. Threw these O-rings back in, put some oil in there, so they're ready to go. Just gonna put a drop of oil in each of these holes. Nice clean head. Now I have the O-rings are on the top of the head are here already, so what I'm going to do is kind of one by one try and fit these things up in there. Drop one of these screws in the back here and see if I can kind of start getting that one started. Started a little bit, kind of felt it drop into place, so I'll just continue on with these other screws and kind of tighten them down in a diagonal pattern. I started there, so I'm going to go to this one, run it down a little bit, run this one down a little, go here, run this down. I'm not even bottoming them out yet. I'm just kind of, that one just touched the bottom, that one just touched the bottom, that one just touched the bottom, this one touched, this one touched. Okay, so now I can go around and torque. I think that will fit in there. That one's just almost not quite long enough to, I'm going to try and do it like this. Okay. Just to keep my torquing strength about the same, I'll torque them all the same way here. That way I can't put too much torque on it with it in this position. Okay. Go around and hit them again. Okay, screws are torqued, that's in place, looks good. We're starting to spit oil out the rear end here. Now I can drop the rocker arms in, or the push rods, I'm sorry. Let's see where our positioning is here. You can kind of see them jumping around there. Alright, so now we can put our rocker arm support arm back in. Okay. Push rods are in, the rocker arm support arm is in. Now it's time for the rocker arms themselves. Got them both here. I don't know which one was which, it doesn't really matter. What does matter is that this cupped end is what the push rod engages in, and this is your adjusting nut, obviously. So I'm going to make sure, just kind of lay them on here first. I've got this shaft. Where did my shaft go? Over here. So I kind of dressed up a little bit. It was kind of nasty looking. So anyway, when I took this apart, this flat end was going in here. So I'm going to just slide this in this way. Let me just take this off. It's going to be easier. I want to engage one rocker arm at a time. And it's in position. Now I got this spring that goes in between here. I'm going to push this shaft through. Now I'm making sure my flats are up. Now I got to put this other one in here. I got to probably compress that spring just a hair. And you can see starting to engage here. Pretty sure I had those screws run up, so there we go. A little mechanical advantage there. shaft is in place. I'm going to run these set screws down, hold it in place. I got to put a whole lot of torque on those. They're pretty small, they don't really need a lot of torque. The valve cover is going to keep those things from ever coming out. Okay, so now we should see some push rod action, rocker arm action going on here. I don't really have a glow plug to put in here yet. I'm not going to do that, but I do want to set the valve lash. So it's intake, exhaust, intake. That's how you install the rocker arms, and of course I went ahead and I cleaned this thing up a little bit too, so it's going to look nice. I'll have to set the valve lash next, but that'll be in the next video. I'm going to finish up this engine now. I'm going to install the intake manifold and the carb. As you recall, the little intake manifold gasket came off, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little light bit of oil on this. Now, let's set that in place. Right now, I think we're going in there now. I'm just going to line up that other hole. I don't know if I got any magnetism on that. I got a little bit of magnetism there, but of course things aren't lined up now. It really is a little bit more difficult than it looks. Actually, it's not. I'm just making it look difficult for entertainment value here. Okay, intake manifold installed. Next, we'll put our carb on, and our nut or our screw for the carb just kind of attaches like that. Actually, it's like this. So this will also need to be put in place, but first I can just put, in case there isn't any lube there, let me put a little bit of lube on that O-ring. It should just be a matter of pulling that right up into place. Set this in place. And our carb is installed. This thing is not spring loaded, none of them are. So that's good. So this engine is ready to have the valve lash set.